We are in our Rice's Appliance Kitchen for Wine Down Wednesday, thanks to the Sarasota-Manatee Originals and one of the new Originals members, Arts and Central Restaurant. Great to have you with us. We're celebrating Forks and Corks Week with Chef Eric. You have a big wine dinner coming up tomorrow night.
We do, yeah, with Jack's Winery. Thank you again for having us on the show. It's always so much fun to be here with you guys. So
love it. So I know Tracy's getting ready to pop the cork on the Jack's wine. Tell us about the wine, the Chardonnay.
Yeah, so this one's a Chardonnay, and it's from their Y3 series, which is an estate blend, basically. Sorry, not a blend, the estate varietal.
Okay.
So they have a whole series of the Y3
types of wines.
Yeah,
right, wonderful. And what did you decide as the chef who gets to make all the cool decisions to pair with it?
So we're doing a lobster dish with it. It's a lobster in a beurre blanc, but it's not a typical beurre blanc. It has a little bit of kombucha instead of white wine with it.
Love that.
For the wine dinner, we're obviously going to put some of the wine from the estate in with the beurre blanc.
Okay,
so that'll
lovely. All right, well, we'll pass that down to Nikki. She looks like she's ready to pour. Chef, let's get cooking. Where do we start?
All right, so let me go ahead and drop the lobster in so that we can hopefully have that at the end, and then I'll walk you through the sauce. I'm actually going to cut these in half just to help them cook a little bit faster.
And you did the hard work. The shells are off.
We already got the shells off, yeah, and I'll walk you through that just a little bit too. We're going to end up using that in the beurre blanc. So these are going to go in the pre-made sauce that we have.
All right, Linda, your job is to watch those.
I'm watching. I'm watching.
Okay.
All right, and then so the sauce, we're going to start with the lobster shells, and obviously the kombucha as well.
All right, and I know you have a local kombucha you're using.
I do. This one, we've actually been using this one for the dish. It's a passion fruit and red clover. It goes
from 221.
Really nice. Exactly. So we're going to go ahead and add that to it. I'm going to turn this up a little bit.
I've
so
developed a minor kombucha addiction. Yeah, and I know you said your daughter loves it too.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, it's so good.
And in the beurre blanc, just in the reduction, so you start with a white wine or kombucha or whatever you're looking for as your base, and then you reduce it down quite a bit. We add a little bit of cream to it to help it hold together, and then obviously mount it with a little bit of butter. A little bit of butter afterwards. I'm going to put some bay leaves and some pink peppercorns.
Wow.
The pink peppercorns have a really nice kind of sweet flavor almost. So they're kind of.
I love all the whole ingredients, whole garlic, whole peppercorns.
Oh yeah. So you can slice the garlic as well. And speaking of the shallots as well, thank you. And a little bit of thyme.
I love thyme. Me too.
I do like using larger, like whole ingredients, just like you were saying. When you slice them, it releases a little bit more flavor, but you can kind of control it a little bit better if you use the whole thing.
And this is what makes a chef dinner different than our dinner, is the level of these sauces. I mean, you are doing some amazing things here.
Yeah, so this one, hopefully, we get that cooking a little bit. Make sure that actually gets done for us so we can plate it.
I wish people could smell this giant vat of butter right here.
We actually have, so there's a lot of events that we have coming up as well. So Valentine's Day is obviously right around the corner.
Let's talk about that.
So we have a guest chef coming in that we are very excited about. It's a friend of the owner's family, Dan Henson. The chef is Stephanie Boswell. She's doing our dessert. So we're super excited about that. There's two different desserts that she has. One of them is a very passion fruit inspired. The other one is chocolate inspired. They're very decadent. She's been all over the country. She's a lot of work in Vegas, a lot of work in Los Angeles, and
so
is also
a pastry chef expert.
Yes, you've probably seen her on the Food Network quite a bit. Yeah,
wonderful.
She's a guest chef at a lot of different shows.
And for people who haven't been to Arts and Central, explain the arts part of it, because you do a really nice job incorporating that.
So yeah, so obviously it's a play on the name from the addresses as well, but we also have local artists. This one is Lori, if I can pronounce her name correctly, Lori Maves.
And you feature one how often a month?
We feature one every month, so it's on the back of the dinner menu, and then there's poetry on the lunch menu.
I love that so much.
I do too. And are we able to take those menus after?
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I remember our server encouraging us to take the menu home to have the art.
Oh, yeah, I would have sneaked it out and felt guilty.
Well, hopefully you don't feel guilty about anything, because it's certainly intended to take home. And the menu does update quite a bit, so we do reprint, regularly.
It's beautiful. It really is.
And you guys have a really very cool downtown vibe in Rosemary with the roll-up windows, and when it's a beautiful day, being outside on the deck. You have a really great ambiance and a beautiful private room.
And thank goodness it's been cool enough where we can actually use them quite a bit.
Absolutely. This is the perfect time of year. All right, well, we're going to run out of time, so if the lobster is ready, I'll encourage you to plate, and if not, Linda's going to keep cooking for us. This is Chef Eric from Arts in Central. It is in the Rosemary District. It is an absolutely beautiful place, and they do have a wonderful wine dinner tomorrow evening with Jack's Max wine. We are sampling the Chardonnay. It is lovely. And Chef Eric will be pairing courses to match the wines. And he's starting today with the lobster. And great reminder, Valentine's Day is coming up. Make those reservations.